I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. People, recently I received a package from Vic Klenko, a very good friend of mine. You know, I have a lot of people I know, tons of acquaintances, but Vic is a great guy. Really love the man. Anyway, he sent me some really cool stuff, new products from CaJohns. They're right there. Really neat. Recently I reviewed the first one. Now it's called CaBoom. It's the CaBoom series. Very, very cool packaging, like the shotgun shell. All right. This is the one we reviewed recently. It says bird shot. You guys know the way they load shotgun shells, different size shot depending on what you're hunting for. This is what we've got next. This is their buckshot, which we're going to do. This is their zombie shot, which we're going to do at a later date. But right now, we're going to take a look at this. Such cool packaging, man. For real. That is neat. Like, no one's throwing these things out. These things are going to be so cool. You can put stuff in it. Pencils, pens, whatever. This would be a great giveaway. Let me keep this in the picture, actually. All right, so let me take a look at this. Buckshot Hot Sauce. CaBoom. I reckon this is going to be a hot one. The Birdshot was hot. Birdshot was a very interesting sauce. Birdshot was the first sauce where I couldn't really... I could taste the extract, but it was a good sauce. It's that much more, they would have overdone it. They went right to the line, which is kind of cool. America's finest and most awarded small batch sauce maker. An exquisite balance of flavor and fire. This traditional table sauce is a result of blending carefully selected chilies with the finest ingredients available. This is one of my most awarded recipes. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Listen, they wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. I mean, come on. There'll be a link in the description box for CaJohns. Check them out. All right, so here are the ingredients, people. We've got water, jalapeno pepper mash, which is green jalapeno peppers and salt. We have cayenne pepper mash, which is cayenne peppers, salt. We have and distilled vinegar. We have jolokia pepper mash, or your ghost pepper, which is bucholokia peppers and salt. Light brown sugar, which is cane sugar and molasses. We've got garlic powder, onion powder, 2 million Scoville extract. If you guys remember, in the first one was the Birdshot. This had 1 million Scoville extract in it. They've doubled it. So we're looking at 2 million Scoville extract in this. It's got cumin, ancho, chili powder, cayenne pepper, pure cane sugar, xanthan gum, lemon extract, which is alcohol, water, and oil of lemon. That's what we're working with here, people. So this is going to be a hot one. I'll not taint my sauce. Made that a habit. You guys, anything you do for, I think they say 21 days, or I've read a couple different numbers that people come up with. But anything you do for 28 days becomes a habit. That's why it's important to do good things. You find yourself doing bad things over and over again, you got to think about that. I catch myself. I try to be a better person. I really do. All right, so here we go. We got CaBoom. This is the buckshot. Let me get the aroma test here. I can smell the extract in it. I can smell the garlic. It smells strong. I can definitely smell the extract in it, though. Whew. Now, every time I've said it, I don't say never. I say typically. If I can smell it, I can taste it. And if I can taste it, I usually don't like it. That said, like I said with the Birdshot, if that's the line, with an appropriate amount of extract, and they're going this way, they brought right to there. Any more, and I'm telling you, it would be disagreeable, but they did it right. So this has got 2 million. You know, just for grins, let me take a peek at zombie shot. Yeah. as I suspected. All right, we'll get to that later. So here we go, Buckshot Hot Sauce. Let me get a good thumbnail in here. It's a thumbnail for you? I don't know. Yeah, you know you already saw it. Sorry, I shouldn't try to fake it. Here we go, here's the pour, people. All right, now this has a darker look than the first one, a little bit darker. Just this. All right. All right, guys, thank you, Vic Klinko. My man, you know Vic Klinko has the save and a beauty. Vic Klinko owns the largest personal hot sauce collection, private hot sauce collection on the planet. And anytime you can be recognized as the #1 of anything on the planet, it's pretty astonishing. He's my friend. Thank you, Vic, for saying this, and thank you, guys, and all the guys at CaJohns. Congrats on the cool line. Here we go. Here's Buckshot. Johnny Scoville, this is Chase the Heat. Here's your ingredient list. Anything over this line represents too much extract, and this is the line. They went right to it. Let me, kind of has a taco sauce flavor. Almost has like, it says table sauce. This has kind of a taco seasoning flavor to it, to me. It's a hot one. It's hotter than the first one, than Birdshot, clearly. Got the right amount of seasoning in there, the onion and the garlic salt. Lots of different peppers in there. It's a strong sauce, man. Listen, if you're not a chili head, need not try. Seriously, it's just not something you would enjoy. And the problem with that, when somebody says, well, I can eat anything, and they try something like this and they're not ready for it, that can turn them away from this, and that's a bummer. That's why I don't like pranking people. You prank somebody, somebody's at work, you stick something hot in their food, they're never gonna eat anything hot again. This is a beautiful thing we do. We should be sharing it, not pranking people. So if you're somebody who's not into hot, don't do this, just pass, you're not ready for it. And it's okay, there's no shame in that. There are things, it's not a who can eat the hottest. Just eat it when you're ready. If you are ready, this is an 8 or 9. 8. I can see how somebody might say it's a 9. It's a hot sauce. It's a very hot sauce. My scale is probably a 3. All right, and I usually am 5 or 6 depending on what time of the year it is. 5 or 6 points below a chili head. So this is a hot sauce. Like, I'm serious, and I'm not just saying this. If it's I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I shouldn't say the name of the sauce. There's a sauce that's been around for a long time. I'm not going to say the name Dave's Insanity sauce. But what happens with that, this particular sauce I'm talking about, it's just heat for the sake of heat. I don't like the taste of it. You can use it if you add it into a pot of chili and use a very small amount, but you couldn't pour it on a taco. Well, you could. It just doesn't taste good to me. That's heat for the sake of heat. This has extract in it. But like I said, there's the line, and they went right to it. I mean, they're bumping the line, for real. One hair more that way, and it's too much. Pretty interesting. Makes me really, really look forward to trying Zombie Shot. You know what? I should tell you guys something kind of interesting. Give me just 1 second. Dylan Fisher. I've been kind of messaging Dylan Fisher back and forth today. He was saying it would be interesting to know how many sauces you've done. I'd love to. If I could do anything over, very little I would change about the channel. One thing I would have changed is I would have kept a running tally of how many sauces I reviewed for the channel, and more importantly, I would have taken a running tally of how many peppers I've eaten. But the problem is, tallying up the hot sauce would be a far easier task because I do one sauce per review. But the problem with that is not every video has been put in a playlist. So you couldn't just do it through the playlist. You'd have to literally go through video by video. There are 3,000, this is the 3,383rd video. So it would be just a nightmare of a task to find the number of hot sauces I've reviewed. But the real number that I like to know is how many peppers I've eaten on video. And the reason that would be it wouldn't be impossible, but boy, it would be a task of monumental proportion, is to find out how many peppers I've eaten on video. And the reason that would be so bad is, again, not every video where I've eaten a pepper is in the playlist. So you couldn't rely solely on the playlist to get those numbers. You'd have to go back and look at each video. And the problem there goes further because with sauce, at least you know there's one sauce per video. There's not one pepper per video, and I don't always say how many peppers I've eaten in the title. So it would literally require watching every video, which I know nobody's done. I have people that say all the time, I've watched every video. I don't, that's crazy. I can't imagine. But I love you guys. Someday I'll figure out a way where we could tackle that, because that would be a really cool number to know. See, once I knew the number, that would be a great thing. If I knew the number, I could do a massive contest, and the first person to come up with the accurate number of how many peppers that matched the number that I had could win some crazy, ridiculous prize, maybe a trip to Australia to come visit. That would be really, really fun, but it's too late because I haven't done it. The only regret I would have loved to have kept a running tally. Anyway, I pontificated plenty. In the description box, you're going to see a link for CaJohns. Great company, for real. So click that and check out their CaBoom series, Buckshot, Birdshot, and Zombie Shot. So we've tackled the bird and the buckshot, zombie shot up next. So you'll see that next, right in front of those shotgun shells of CaBoom is the pepper. If you click the pepper, you're on the bus. If you don't want to miss a video, you don't need to. Click the bell for notification. When that Dropbox rolls down, select all, but really, since you're on YouTube every day anyway, just come visit us because YouTube just is not into sending out notifications lately. It really dropped the ball. So I think there's a glitch somewhere. They better be fixing it because it's a drag. So come visit us. Chase the Heat. Right there is League of Fire. More videos here. Hey, I love you guys. I'm Johnny Scoble. This was Chase the Heat.